Hi guys, I'm at Trader Joe's picking up some items and then we'll get started. Hi Nor, so good to see you. Hi guys, I'll be right there. Happy New Year, Nor. Hi Constant. I can't see the chat when the camera is on my face, so that's why I inverted it. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, like little pieces. It should be. Did you want to grab something? Yeah. Are you looking for like a regular salted or is this your?
Alrighty. Third total is $59.94. That'll be charged.
In the late the three individuals? Yeah. Okay.
Hi Cam J.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it all manages to fit.
Almost there, guy.
Hope you have a good day. Okay, enjoy it.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Good.
Very good to hear.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Your total, by the way, is $9.47. Did you want a bag as well?
I have a bag.
Perfect. Go ahead and just use that card when you're ready.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and place these items in here for you.
Thank you.
No problem. Alrighty. And your receipt as well today with us?
Yes, please.
Alright
Thank,
then. Well, you
thank
have a
you.
good rest of your day. Okay?
You too.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
so sorry. Go ahead. Okay, guys, I forgot where I parked. Okay. Rashida, hi Rashida. Happy New Year to you too. Nor we missed you. Guys, I have to talk to you. I have an idea, a new idea for my channel. And I want you guys' feedback. But we'll get into the episode first so that we'll get it over with and then we'll talk about it. So I'm almost at my car. And as soon as I get in, we start. Okay. So, guys, they have a new mode on the camera now where you can see, you can use landscape mode instead of, the regular mobile mode. So the video should come out better. So, guys, I've been editing all week. I'm trying to edit episode 7. Take out all, I talk so much. I talk too much on our chats. I've been editing and editing, trying to weed out much, a lot of the unnecessary stuff not related to the episode. And it's just, I've been doing it all week and I'm not done. Oh my gosh, I'm so slow when I edit. But Happy New Year. So great to have you back, Nor. We missed you. I can't see any of the chat. I don't understand. How am I going to see the chat? Say hi, guys, so I see that you're still here, because I'm not seeing. Maybe. Okay. Uh-oh. I see you now. You see those snacks. So, hi, thank you. Okay. I brought my other phone to see if I can set it up to join the chat so that I can see what the chat is saying, because I'm not seeing it on this new screen. New word. Okay. Loquacious. I talk too much, Cam J. Oh my gosh. I have to. What is, my phone won't let me in. Turn off. No, I didn't want to turn off all apps. Oh my gosh. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I got an iPhone and I don't like iPhones because I don't know what I'm doing. I ended up turning off notification on all my apps. Isn't that crazy? Because it kept asking me. It wouldn't let me in without doing that. So let me see if I can get into a... I hate the iPhone. How do you guys do this? Let me put my phone here and see if you guys can see. No, that angle is so poor. There's nowhere. I'm looking for a good angle, guys. Yeah, I love the Androids. I can't do the iPhone. It's not user friendly for me. And I have the Mac. I like the computer. I have an iPad, but the phones, I just don't like how they're set up. And I want to use it, and I have to turn on my car because the steering wheel is not straight. I'm trying to see if I can rest my phone on the steering wheel. No, it's going to go right through. Let's see. I want a good angle, guys, that I can leave it and just concentrate on interacting with you. Okay, let's see if it will fall. Yeah, see? Nor Rashida agrees. Let's see. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't fall, guys. Okay. There. I'm so hot. So, let's see. YouTube. Let me lock. Okay. Ah, found it. Yay. How can I join? I'm seeing myself. This is so weird. It's so weird, guys. Okay, yes. Ah, found it. Yay. Look. Oh, shoot. I don't know what I'm doing. Look, guys. So I can read the chat because I'm not seeing anything on the screen. Yay. Okay, let's start the episode. It's episode 12, right? We're on episode 12. Oh, thank you so much, Rashida. That's season 6, episode 12. Not tomorrow yet. Okay. That's Carol. Oh, I just realized something. If I'm keeping the phone up here, but then the issue is that I want to show you guys the screen also. So I guess I have to hold the phone because I want to share with you what's on the screen at times, like this lovely walker. Oh gosh. Court bride, Nor. I don't remember this episode. Carol is getting featured a lot. She gets to shower, she gets to bake and look through her closet. She gets a lot of she's getting a nice little feature here. I wish we could get that with Michonne, right? Not in The Walking Dead. They don't give Michonne those luxuries in The Walking Dead. So the whole episode is just about Carol just going about her day. Wow. That's a lot of cookies. Oh, it's raining.
Oh, there's plenty. We foraged a lot of acorns.
They're pink.
Beets.
Beets.
So it makes them sweet.
I never was much of a beet kind of
You just
guy.
put it in your mouth, Jerry.
I like that it's raining. And I like Tobin for her. Why they didn't continue that, I don't know, because I think that's her best pairing. I didn't like her with Ezekiel because she was not into Ezekiel. She was not as into Ezekiel as Ezekiel was into her. And I don't mind that with guys being more into the woman. But she, to me, she was too dismissive of Ezekiel. So I didn't like that for him. I think he's a lovely guy, annoying at times, but lovely. And I wanted better for him. And I think Rick just pulled up, so I paused it because I want to concentrate on what he's saying. But in speaking about Carol and Tobin, he matched her. He seemed more suited for her. You know, they seemed like the regular suburban type couple, and she she was into him, he was into her, but he wasn't like overly, you know, eager like Ezekiel was. So he kept it chill, he kept it cool, which made her a little bit seem more, it seemed more reciprocal, it seemed more chill and not desperate on his side. And I just think they matched better. What do you guys think? Who do you think was a better match for Carol out of her love interest? Hi Sherry, thanks for coming to our live. Thank you for coming. I missed someone else. Who did I see? Sherry came. Nor says yes, she treated Toby bad. He was a good guy. Tobin, no, I think, yeah, well, I think Tobin tolerated her behavior better than Ezekiel did. For some reason, Tobin didn't take things too literal, and he didn't take things I don't know, because I don't know how they broke up or anything. I just like the dynamics between her and Tobin. It seemed more equal. You know, he didn't seem desperate, and she seemed to like him, and he wasn't, you know, over eager. No, Sherry, we just started. Carol is walking around, she's baking, and she's walking around town handing out her cookies, and she stopped at Tobin's house. So I'm just talking about Tobin and her, and saying that I prefer her with Tobin than any other pairing that she's had. It seemed more equal. They seemed on a more equal footing. In terms of feelings and how they handled each other. She was sarcastic to him, and he was sarcastic right back, and he didn't seem to, you know, he let whatever roll off his back. He didn't seem to get offended easily. And so I prefer them together. So let's see. Rashida said, Tobin, there's this stupid thing is in the way. I can't read. There's something that's okay. It was the emojis blocking what you guys are saying. Tobin, Rashida preferred Tobin. The king deserved better. Yeah, I don't like how she treated Ezekiel. Nor says she hates episode 13 and 14, so I'm going to enjoy 12 and a little Rishon moment we get. I don't remember what was 13 and 14, Nor. So now you have me curious. Okay, let's get back to the episode. So let me. Rick is pulling up, and Sasha is greeting. Sasha and Aaron greeting the car, the RV.
She's the inventory what we have. We'll meet her at the pantry.
You have food? Yeah. Enough for another month.
I need everybody in the church in an hour.
What is it?
We'll talk about it.
Rick? What's going on?
We're gonna have to fight.
Sorry for the close-up, guys. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. So look at her. She's it's Morgan just came up behind her. You see that her expression that she know that it's Morgan? Wow. Yikes.
Since what?
Since we talked,
We did in that cell? We talked?
why didn't you tell Rick? Tara, Rosita, Eugene. Why didn't they?
I told him to keep quiet about it.
Why?
Can we just forget it? Move past it?
You don't have to carry that.
Sherry says, really, I didn't like Carol with anyone, but I could be a little biased because I really don't like the character. Neither do I, Sherry. I don't like Carol, but I prefer, if she's going to be inflicted on anyone, Tobin seems to handle her better. She's not a nice person. She's not a nice person. She treats everyone except Daryl, and because she's bonded with Daryl as a some kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say he's a substitute for her daughter, but she somehow laid claim to Daryl as family, and he reciprocates that feeling. But everyone besides that, and even with Daryl, she uses people, she manipulates and she uses people, and she is very yeah, because she uses people, she's very dismissive and unkind about them. If they're not useful to her, she couldn't care less. So I don't like her. And look, as Morgan came up, yes, Morgan annoys her, but you saw the look on her face. She was like, oh my gosh, it's him. And then, so for me, why I think I tolerate her better with Tobin is because Tobin isn't gaga over her. He's just, okay, I like you, you like me, let's, be together. And he doesn't let her, he's not over eager, he's not desperate around her, and he doesn't let her steer her. He, in essence, he knows who she is. He tolerates her, and if he likes it, you know, that's good for him. But I didn't like her with Ezekiel because Ezekiel loved her, and she took advantage of that. She was not very nice to him. So yeah. So Tobin could handle her. It seemed more their relationship was on an even keel and more reciprocal, in that she wasn't too in love with him, but she, liked being with him for whatever reason, and he wasn't too in love with her and he liked being with her. So that's where I think I've seen an equal footing in any relationships that she's had. So that's why I'm more tolerant of that. The other relationships I had no interest in seeing because she was so unkind to them. Nor says, Rick tells the group everyone needs to meet in a church. Carol wants a personal talk from him directly, right? Exactly. Sherry says she's a mess. Can't stand her. Can't stand Carol. Uh, yes, Rashida said Daryl and Carol bonded over their abuse and pain. Okay, so she and Morgan are continuing their conversation, and let's see.
Sherry, what?
You know what I did. You don't want to tell anyone. It's kind of like you did it too.
No, it's not. Just go.
See, the hero she talks to Morgan. Go. Who are you to talk to Morgan like that? If you don't want to talk to him, say excuse me and leave. She's so dismissive and rude, and she has, see, she was standing at Sam's grave. So yeah, she's responsible for that little boy's demise. And her and her mother have equal, her and Jesse have equal blame for Sam's demise. And on top of that, notice after Sam's demise, Sam and Jesse's demise, we get no POV, no introspective, nothing from Rick to show you he's moved on from those people. And again, that's why I said the plot point of the Jesse arc for Rick made no sense. The person who should have had that arc was Carol, because the only time we reference any of that family after their demise is Carol. We are seeing Carol visiting Sam's grave. So she's the only one, it seems, that remember and have any regret, remorse, or the mourning. She's the only one who mourned, in whether it's genuine, whether it's brief, whether it's just a passing thought. She's the only one shown to have any residual feelings for anyone in that family. So that's why I said the writing was so full of holes, and it was just based on plot, because if it was organic, the person that should have been in the arc with Jessie and her family was Carol, with the domestic violence similarities and all of that. And she's the only one who think of that family after their past. So Anderson, that's their name. I couldn't remember their last name, the Anderson family. So trying to shoehorn Rick, even though he was with Jesse in the comics, this is not, the comics are not the show. And in the show, they were developing Rick's relationship with Michonne. Rick was in love with Michonne, and the show, right before they went into Alexandria, was showing how much Rick loved Michonne and how much influence Michonne had over Rick. So organically, that would have continued in once they were in Alexandria. Even going through his PTSD, we would still see Rick and Michonne's relationship, or what's happening with it, progress. But it was actually treated like a side thing. They put Michonne off the stage to shoehorn Jesse and into his story, and it just didn't fit. So that's another aspect of the writing that was very poor, in my opinion, in season 6. So yeah, there we are. The only afterthought for the Anderson family was Carol visiting Sam's grave. So that should tell you they're not on Rick's radar whatsoever. Cam J says, the original Carol in the earlier seasons 1 to 3 is a different character from the later episodes. I mean, 2 distinct different people, not a change, not a character arc, but different people. Go figure. That's a very unique and interesting point, Cam J. I actually think they were trying to develop her into this badass, cold killer, whatever. And trying to play it up as a development, you know, but it doesn't work. And I think it's a swing that they took a wider swing because they were trying to hype up the character. They're trying to push the character forward. And it just did not work, and it's continued not working. The character she was in the early seasons, as you said, she was different. It's not that she was very different. They treated her as um a supporting character, and that's what she is. She's a supporting character, but they're trying to make her into a lead. And now they're trying to make her into a lead, and she was a supporting character with the same manipulative, selfish outlook, but she participated in the group, you know, she helped, and she did her part to help and to be useful. But that characteristics is just, you know, she was helpful in the group. You know, she didn't want to be considered she wasn't a fighter or anything, so she didn't want to be considered superfluous, so she contributed where she was. So she was, you know, a domestic wife, so she used her domestic skills, and they were valuable to the group. I think she was a valuable commodity in that way to the group. You know, she didn't shirk her responsibility trying to be something else like Andrea. You know, so when I said responsibility, it's not her responsibility, but if you're going to be in a group, you want to help with what you can, you know, where you're able to, and she did that. But parts of who she is in the terms of her character did the seeds were planted that she was remember how she tried to get Daryl to turn against Rick because she was scared and she wanted Daryl to side with her and, you know, not go with Rick. So she was, and how she's always been a little manipulative. So that now that they're pushing her to the front, we're seeing more of those characteristics about her. So I don't think it's two different people. I just think because they're trying to force her into a lead, and the leads of The Walking Dead from the very beginning were badasses. So they were trying to make her into a badass in a terms of, you know, a tough warrior, and that's not, she doesn't have those characteristics. So it felt fake. It didn't feel real. It wasn't authentic. That's the word. It didn't come across authentic. So, and pushing her into a lead role and not keeping her as a supporting character that she is, and should, you know, she is, and trying to give her skills that she doesn't have and keep pushing that on the audience. That's why to me, she comes across inauthentic. So I don't think it's that she's different. You're just trying to pigeonhole her into a space she doesn't really belong. So Nor says Morgan and Carol and their damn breakdown and their conscious both pissing me off. Cam J say Nor, so true. Sherry says, yeah, right. That's when I started disliking Carol. She's the reason Sam and had that panic attack walking through the Walker scene. It's all Carol. Yeah. Nor says, Cam J. Rashida said, remember who's directing this episode? Our least favorite director. Cam J said Maggie did that too, but I get it. Maybe that is what it is. Fake. Yeah. What do you, when you said Maggie did that too, but you get it, what do you mean, Cam J? Constance said, to be fair to Carol, Sam was going to panic regardless of what she said. He had those characteristics already. Yes and no, Constance. We don't know, but we can only know because we know. You get what I'm saying? He was doing it, he was scared. He's always been scared, and I contribute that to Jessie. She wasn't there to help her son when he was crying out for help for so long. She was just letting him do and dictate what he wanted to do, and instead of being there for him and helping him and talking to him and trying to help him through this nightmare. And she just let him hide out, and so he was scared, yes. But then we saw what made him freeze, and it's what Carol put into his psyche. That's what played out. He was walking through the herd. Guys, I've been saying horde because I was saying herd before, and for some reason I heard someone said horde, and I was like, oh, I've been saying it wrong. And then when I'm editing 6-7, I'm trying to get 6-7 up on Patreon. I was editing, I've been editing 6-7. Rick keeps saying herd, so I've been saying it wrong. It's actually herd. So when he was walking through the herd, he was scared, but he was doing it. When he saw the child, he panicked, but what helped him keep him in that state and had him unable to function and get out of that state was what the words that Carol put in his psyche. So she is to blame very strongly, because that's the information we have, and we did see him without we saw him operate amongst the herd without Carol's influence, because he did go through the herd for quite a while, and then when he saw something, it triggered back Carol's word, which caused him to freeze. So yeah, I blame her. I blame Jessie. She's not getting off, but I also blame Carol. Constance, Cam J said Maggie tried to get Glenn to go on their own. Oh yes, Cam J, yes, yes. So Maggie did it and Carol did it, but Carol disparaged Rick while she did it. It's one thing to say, you know what, let's just go on our own. Maybe we'll have a better chance, split up or whatever. I can't remember what Maggie said. I do remember that she said something to Glenn, but what Carol said to Daryl had Daryl smacking her down and defending Rick, because she was actually disparaging Rick, while Rick is beside himself trying to keep them alive. He was stressed and distressed. He could look about just his family. He could be, just say to heck with it and try to just save, try to bring along just Lori and Carl and try to just help them, but he took on that burden to help everyone. And Carol was, trying to get Daryl to turn on him. So. North said, here we go, the famous misunderstanding between Nadine and Cam J. It's always funny. Yeah, Cam J says something and I'm like, what is Cam J talking about? And it's always something related to what I said. I just keep forgetting what I said. And I always have to ask Cam J to clarify. And when she clarifies, it's like, duh, of course, that's what she meant. Constance said, I mean, yes, they played her words. I get it. But yeah, Jesse didn't actually do a thing to strengthen him mentally. Also, why not pick him up? Especially when he stops. Stupid decisions. Oh, yes, definitely. They failed that little boy. It's so sad. Okay, let's get back to the story. So they're in the church, and we're starting on the Visage. I don't remember this guy, but I remember Scott. You guys know that Scott, the actor that plays Scott, is married to uh, Sasha, the actress that plays Sasha. What's her name?
We're getting food, eggs, butter, fresh vegetables. They're not just giving it away. These saviors. They almost killed Sasha, Daryl, and Abraham on the road. Now, sooner or later, they would have found us. Just like those wolves did.
Just, yeah, aha, you heard what Rick says. They almost killed Sasha, uh, Abraham, and Daryl. So the Savior started the war. I cannot stand to hear people talk about, oh, Rick started it. The Savior started the war. Negan's people started the war. And Rick is right. They would have eventually found them just like the wolves did. So this was inevitable. Again, the only thing wrong with what Rick did was that he didn't try to get recognizance for himself. He took Jesus's word. Paul Rovey. I don't want to use that name for Paul's character, because that's not an, that's his nickname, but that name is very sacred. So I'm not going to use that. Paul, he shouldn't have taken Paul's word for it. He should have scouted things for himself. That's the issue. So let me see. Constance said, yes, nor yes, Sasha, but the actress's name, the actress that plays Sasha. Do you remember her name? It's in my head, but for some reason I can't. It won't come out. um, Sherry says Carol is messy. She's a messy character. She is manipulative and always working an angle. Too self-centered for me. Yes, Sherry, that's the word. Self-centered. Yeah. Constance says she has culpability. Yes, I'm just saying it was bad writing. And when I first said it, I also understand everyone's thought process during the whole of everyone's breakdown. Okay, Constant, I get it. Rashida said, "Thank you, Nadine. I don't call him Jesus either." Yeah, it's hard to, because it's a nickname, and there are people that use that name, but it's not even his name. It's a nickname. I'm not going to use that name as a nickname for him. No, thank you. Uh, Constance says, and trying to keep it together when they get a little lucid. Cam J says, pronounce Jesus like it's Hispanic. Jesus? Yeah, okay. Shaniqua, yeah, Martin Greens. Soniqua. Rashida said Shaniqua. Nor said it's Soniqua. Nor said it's Soniqua. Rashida called her. Thank you both, but I'll go with Nor's spelling. It's Soniqua. Son- yes, thank you guys. Rashida said, darn typos. Okay. Soniqua. Beautiful, beautiful Soniqua. Yes, that's her hubby. And there's Abraham. Do you guys, and she was pregnant throughout that whole arc. They hid her pregnancy well. Okay, let's go.
Just like Jesus did. They would have killed someone, or some of us. And then they would try to own us. And and we would try to stop them. But by then, in that kind of fight, low on food, we could lose. This is the only way to be sure, assured as we can get that we win. And we have to win. We do this for the hilltop. It's how we keep this place. It's how we feed this.
So a lot of what Rick is saying is exactly what happened. They're going to come, and they were going to come in the first place. They did start the war, but they did lose. You know, they tried, but I guess, as I said, the fatal mistake was they didn't do a wait and do a recognizance. But the thing about it, even if they did, they would have found out that this group is too big for them. And, you know, they would have found them before they could gather up the, you know, like the kingdom and all the others that they eventually did. So it's you know, what happened was going to happen at some point, but it's how prepared were they. And maybe they were never going to be prepared enough when they met them, you know, so because they're too small a group right now. So I don't know how. What do you guys think? How would they have gone? Ooh, I'm gonna leave that question to, remember I tell you I have something. I'm gonna revamp the channel because the reaction is not working out for my channel. YouTube says it's not, and I'm gonna give in. I'm gonna finish up The Walking Dead, and we're definitely reacting to The Ones Who Live, but as a broad reaction channel, I'm moving on. I'm gonna do it differently. So we'll still do our lives, guys, and we'll still discuss our favorite topics and stuff like that, but it's gonna change a little bit.
If anybody objects, here's your chance to say your piece.
You sure we can do it? We can beat them.
What this group has done, what we've learned, what we've become, all of us, yes, I'm sure.
All we have to do is just tell them
They don't compromise.
it's in a compromise. It's a choice you give them. It's a way out for them and for us.
We try and talk to the saviors. We give up our advantage, our safety. No, we have to come for them before they come for us. We can't leave them alive.
Where there's life, there's possibility.
Well, them hitting us.
Hey, we're not trapped in this. None of you are trapped in this.
Morgan, they always come back.
Come back when they're dead, too.
Yeah, we'll stop them. We have before.
I'm not talking about the walkers.
Morgan wants to talk to them first. I think that would be a mistake, but it's not up to me. I'll talk to the people still at home. I'll discuss it with the people on guard now, too, but who else wants to approach the saviors? Talk to them first.
What happened here?
We won't let that happen again. I won't. Looks like it's settled. We know exactly what this is. We don't shy from it. We live. We kill them all. We don't all have to kill. But people are going to stay here. They do have to accept it.
He looked at Morgan when he said it. Okay. Meeting at the church is done. Let me see what you guys have to say. Um, Rick looked hot here. Yes, he did, Nor. In his dirty little white t-shirt. Nor says, I love Daryl, but the people saying that Rick lead the group to this mess are so wrong. They forget that Daryl's the first one to call for war in the hilltop. Yes, you know, he's the first one, and the Saviors attacked Daryl, Sasha, and Abraham first. And here at the speech in the church, people forget Rick said it's everybody's choice. Rick wasn't forcing anyone. He even gave them the option to choose Morgan's way. You know, Rick was not being a dictator in this. Rick offered the group, you know, he said, this is what we're presented with. And we're going to vote on this. I'm not going to make the decision. You know, everyone is going to, you have a part in saying this. You know, and he disagreed with Morgan, but he actually respected Morgan's point of view in the terms that he did not shut him down and saying, no, we're not going to do it this way. He offered the group he offered the group the chance to do it Morgan's way, and they rejected it. So how is it? Yes, Rick is a leader and the buck stops with him, but they're acting as if Rick was a hothead and he went in all dictatorship like and got Alexandria into this mess. No, the mess started with the Saviors. And he's exactly what happened, even in killing that outpost. What happened is what was going to happen. The Saviors always came and kill one first. And it doesn't matter what the group does or say. That's their method. They're going to kill one of you. It's a tactic to get everyone afraid so that you'll become subservient to them. So whether Rick killed the outpost or didn't kill the outpost, when they found Alexandria, they were going to kill someone in Alexandria to get the group to bend to them. How it turned out that 2 were killed instead of 1 was because of Daryl. Yet the fandom doesn't blame Daryl for that. They blame Rick. Do you see? So yeah, I agree with you, Nor. It's frustrating. Rashida says Morgan standing up in the church, he wanted a more nonviolent approach to the Saviors. Nor says Rick took votes here as well. So it was a call made by the majority, not just Rick. Yes, exactly. Sherry says Morgan prophecy came to pass in the end. Rick put Megan in jail, didn't kill him. And yes, Rick looks so good. We can't forget the most important point, right? Rick looks so good. Oh yeah, he was scrumptious in this episode. He was scrumptious. I told you guys I'm editing episode 7, and him in this dirty white t-shirt. I kept noticing how dirty it was. But gosh, Andrew Lincoln looks so good this, you know, in these few episodes. I wonder what happened to make him look so good. Rick finally got his dream girl. Constance says, if anyone other than the Savior started first, it was Paul and Gregory. Yes. Rick and crew did not do any recon, which was dumb. Yes. But they were led to believe by Paul, Daryl, and Abraham that they were smaller. Hitting first was smart, but if they did recon, it would have fared better. Yes, Constance, I so agree. And even doing the recon, they still probably would have ended up in the same position because Alexandria is too small as is to deal with the saviors. They have more firepower and they had more manpower. So even doing the recon, the only thing that would have the outcome that may have been different, there were only two other outcome. One is that they would have killed less of the save that the outpost would have lived, the people in the outpost would have lived, and they would have had more people to deal with in the long run. So that's one. And two, the other outcome, possible outcome of doing the recon, was that maybe Rick would leave. Rick would take his family and he would give them the option and said, we can't fight this, they're too big, let's leave. So, and go out on the road. So I think those were the two things. So, but if the saviors found them, um, taking out the outposts or not, they would have killed an Alexandrian, and they would have ended up in the same position if they stayed in Alexandria. So, you know, Rashida said the fandom is 110% loyal to Daryl. Well, not really the loudest. It's actually not the majority. The majority are Rick faithfuls. They're just not as loud and invested to be, they're not as invested online. They talk, the real fandom of The Walking Dead, which are not online, they're just the general, more casual audience. They speak with their viewership, and the viewership always backs Rick Grimes. So the ones who are more chronically online and are loudest, but are in fact the minority, because the viewership, the numbers tell the story, those are the Daryl faithfuls. And that's the thing, because they're chronically online and they're so loud. AMC thought they were the majority, and that's why they gave Daryl so much carte blanche, so much say, and thought that he was their, ace in the hole. But as it turns out, they put their eggs in the wrong basket. The ace in the hole is Rick Grimes. So, okay, let's get back. So Carol is in bed. So her storyline that they keep recycling over and over is that she hates killing and it affects her. But she's such a killing machine. She's so good at it and she's such a badass, but it affects her and it causes her to, it's 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 causing her such inner conflict and PTSD. But when they need a killing machine, she's the go-to. It's
on the perimeter, keeping watch.
it's at least good that they have they have her having a conscience about killing, because in the beginning they had her have no conscience because she cold-heartedly killed Karen and David at the prison, and people are like, oh, who cares about those characters? So yeah, very dismissive of Carol taking two lives, unnecessarily innocent lives. So and they try to give her no moral consequences, but now they need a storyline for her, so they're pushing that, but trying to say, yeah, she's affected, but she's a badass and such a, and I said earlier, inauthentic, because she's not a badass. She's just a manipulator. That's what it is.
Think of me. They'll be safe. Safer.
Oh, what? Wait, Maggie's saying something I've never really seen or paid attention to this scene, so I'm curious of what Maggie's saying. Because Maggie made the deal. People blame Rick, but Maggie made the deal. Oh, yeah, he's the leader, so.
Keeping watch. They could be me. They'll be safe. Safer.
Never safer looks like now.
I made that deal. It wasn't my idea, but I led us into this. I have to come.
I don't know what I hit because I almost ended the chat. So Maggie's owning up. She said it wasn't her idea. I think it was Daryl's idea, but she made the deal. So she said she should be there. She's, somehow responsible. And I guess Glenn doesn't want her there because she's pregnant. He's worried that something could happen, and you know, so again, that's what that conversation was about. So, and then this is Carol smoking a cigarette and Tobin talking. I guess this is a beginning of their romance or their situationship. I wouldn't call it a romance.
Not for you.
Why is that?
Cause, asshole.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Couldn't sleep either.
Never could sleep.
They fit. And she doesn't talk kindly or to him. She's sarcastic, but he's okay with it. He welcomes it. He finds it, I guess charming. So yeah, and he's not desperate and, overly, oh my gosh, Carol, or whatever, I bow at your feet. That garbage. So they should have stuck with Tobin for her, but her fans wanted, I guess, a hotter guy for her, but she got a really hot guy and they didn't like that either because they wanted a specific guy for her. So they lost out on the best pairing for her. Sherry said, that is good to know. I like Daryl, but he's no way Rick Grimes or Rashon. They are the reason The Walking Dead is still relevant, in my humble opinion. It's a humble opinion, but it's a correct opinion, Sherry. Rick Grimes is The Walking Dead, and Rick and Michonne is keeping The Walking Dead relevant. The Ones Who Live has been, what has it been, guys? Over a year or 2 years now that it's been out. I don't even remember if it's 1 year or 2 years, but it's still relevant when people talk about The Walking Dead. The show and the characters that gets the most buzz are Rick and Michonne. So, and they're still bringing in new audiences. 2 years, The Ones Who Live. Thank you, Rashida. Constance says, I think they could have strategized to figure out who Negan actually was and may be able to kill more saviors. However, I agree that Alexandria didn't have enough people for a full-out war, and the place. Alexandria is too big to protect, like Carl's girlfriend said to either Glenn or him. Yeah, it's even I think there were just too many saviors. Remember when Michonne actually finally did some recognizance, and she said to Rick, they're too big. They're too. She said, we wouldn't stand a chance. So that's what, if they did real recognizance, because they did this even after taking out many of the saviors. So can you imagine before they took out any of the saviors? And Michonne is saying that after they took out the savior. So that would have been the conclusion. So what would have been the solution? That's the thing, I don't think they could take on, because at the time they didn't know any other communities other than Hillside. And then even when they approached the kingdom didn't want to fight. So it would have been a battle. The only reason why they actually got the communities to actually join in with them is because the resistance, it started getting too much, in which maybe would have reached that way. But what I'm saying is that what happened would have happened anyway. They would have, if Alexandria stayed, if Rick and the group stayed, and Alexandria decided not to leave and to wait until the saviors came, and they would have come, they would have found them eventually, someone was going to die. What happened would have happened. So, and Daryl being impetuous, maybe Daryl would have left. So maybe Glenn would still be alive. We don't know, but they would have killed one person. And then they would have, killed, and they would have killed one person because that's their strategy. So, and that's what happened. And Rick gave in to them. So, Rashida said, Sherry, that's why Daryl Dixon's series wasn't working. Daryl's not a leading man material. He's muscle and Rick's right-hand man. Yeah, he works as Rick's right-hand man, but Carol, delusions of grandeur, Sherry. Rashida says Carol and Tobin are a more relaxed couple. Carol's mindset needed a calming relationship than what she had with Kay. She needed someone a reciprocal relationship, not someone who is head over heels in love with her and who she just tolerated. And that's what the relationship with the king was. She was just using him. And yeah, she's using Tobin, but Tobin is like, whatever, I'm using her too, so it's more equal. It was more on an equal footing in the terms of feelings. So I prefer that than her using and hurting Ezekiel. Okay, let's get back to the episode. I want to keep it on the 2 hours because the lives are 4 hours and it's taken me forever to edit. So under 2 hours.
No. You can do things that just terrify me.
What thing can she do that terrifies you, Tobin? She doesn't do anything different that anybody does. You see that how they always try to hype her?
You're a mom.
Was.
You are. It's not the cookies or the smiles. It's the hard stuff. The scary stuff. It's how you can do it. Strength. You're a mom to most of the people here.
See, it's like they cannot go an episode without having a character trying to hype her up, trying to say, oh, she's the best, she's a this, she's a that, she's this. You don't have to do that if it's authentic. You don't hear every episode people are saying Michonne is this, Michonne is that, Michonne is that. So they're trying to sell something. Instead of showing us, they're telling us, and they're trying to say, well, she's the best. It's propaganda. It's propaganda because we're not seeing it and it's not coming across, and they're afraid that we're not buying what they're trying to sell. because again, it's not authentic. So, and then now he's telling her she's the mom of the group. How is she the mom of the group? She's not the leader. She's not the leader's, you know, woman, you know. And as Andrew Lincoln said, Rick and Michonne were like the mom and pop to his group. So, yeah, just these writers, the writing room for this season, they were so biased, guys. Oh my gosh. It's instead of organic storytelling with the character talking about the characters and having real dialogue, it's all about let's push Carol, let's hype Carol, let's, we want her to be the, you know, the character that, the female character that everyone roots for. Maggie's going to be our leader. We want her to be this character, to be the badass, not the one that people naturally saw with their eyes is the badass and the lead, who is the lead's romantic partner, who the lead's leading lady. No, we have to use dialogue, use propaganda, use other characters saying these things about this character because she's not with the lead and she's who we want to be seen that way, the way that people naturally see the lead's leading lady. It's
No.
2 or 3 hours, Rashida. Yeah, I have to keep it on to 4. Oh my gosh. 2 hours is perfect. Ooh, she and Tobin kiss. Even, and it's as I said, it's a nice, comfortable pairing. I prefer this pairing than every pairing that they've been trying to force with her.
Packing your stilettos? I'll be gone tonight.
I'm going.
I am too, but tomorrow.
Uh-oh, this is the Abraham breakup.
I'm leaving.
Yikes. Abraham and Rosita, he did her so dirty. I hated that.
Why?
It happens.
Are you serious?
This is how I want it.
Why?
Why are dingleberries brown? Just the way shit is.
No. No, after everything we've been through, you are not looking at that door unless you can tell me why. Tell me! Tell me!
Oh my gosh, this is so
When I
awful.
first met you, I thought you were the last woman on earth.
Don't do that.
You're not.
Oh my gosh. That is so awful. It's the worst. He did it the worst way possible. I think he did it. I'm trying to come up with an excuse for him that he did it to look at this weirdo.
Chewy. They, got some fight in them.
He wanted her to let her know there's no chance. But Lord Gordy, there's no excuse. I can't. There's no excuse for what he did.
They made it so there's only one way in.
Let me catch up what you guys said. North says, heads up, try to do quick short reaction videos for 613 and 14, not alive. They're not worthy, wasting time. No Rishon at all. And we meet again on a long live for 615, 16. Okay, so I'll just skip 13 and 14, Nor. I just won't do it. I won't react to it at all. I'm not going to waste time. I'll just skip to 15. I'll skip to 15. Constance said, yeah, I wanted Michonne with Ezekiel or a hot man like him before Rick, since he had that thing with Bourne Jesse. Yes, I wanted a jealous Rick as well, but I wanted someone to appreciate me. Constant, high five. I wanted Michonne to have a love interest, whether they got together or not. I just wanted her to be appreciated, you know. Rick appreciated her, but if they were going to do his uh, arc, PTSD, whatever, throughout the whole series, it was just not believable that no one was pursuing uh Michonne, you know? It's just they were just putting her on ice for Rick, and it that made no it was insulting to Michonne. It was not fair, and it was not believable. So yeah, I would have, oh my gosh. And Ezekiel seeing Michonne first and going gaga would have been awesome, realistic, and funny, and it would have been organic, and it would have that. And he's another leader of a community. Rick, it would have gotten Rick's hackles up, and that would have been good to see. But for some reason, these writers, I'm telling you, they got a new writing room or something. They were so biased against Michonne. They were so biased, and it's just like, yikes. I didn't like The Walking Dead this season at all. Other than Rick and Michonne becoming a couple, there was not much that interested me in the show, and the writing was just plot point bad, and the bias just turned me off. So yeah, I agree, Constant. Yeah. Nor said poor Rosita. Yeah, that was awful. I can't with Abraham for that. That was just horrific. Sherry said, Carol as a warrior woman, man, I don't get it. She's fumbling around in the woods pretending to be this badass. It's not believable. Constance says, yeah, the struggle of hyping Carol up was sad and annoying. I like parts of Carol's character, but she was never near my favorite at all. Rashida says, I wanted that for Michonne. A jealous Rick over Michonne would have been fierce. Nor says, I thought you're the last woman is crazy thing to say. It's ridiculous. It's mean. It's he wanted to hurt. He wanted to push her away. He wanted to make her hate him so that she wouldn't think there was a chance. That was what he was trying to do. Remember how we were talking about, I was saying that Rick was showing signs of not wanting to be with Jesse, and he was doing things that men do, like, stay away. And like when I say stay away, he was putting out I'm trying to come up with the right term. He was putting out indications that he just wasn't that into her. And one of them, as I told you, was reciprocation. And I showed that video on Patreon to show he doesn't reciprocate whenever she initiates. And also another thing that men do is that they become cold. They become cold. Some are cold, some are cruel, and some are indifferent. And Rick has used the cold. Rick uses the cold one very often. He's used it on Lori when, at the prison, when he was trying to communicate with Lori that he just didn't want to be with her in that way anymore. And so he was cold to her. And he didn't get cold with Jesse fully yet, but he was starting. It was he didn't reciprocate, so he was cold in that way, not as cruel as he was with Lori, because he was very cruel with Lori. He was very cold with Lori because he was very hurt. But with Jesse, he didn't have those kind of feelings for Jesse. He didn't love Jesse, and he wasn't passionate about Jesse. So he was pulling away, just not reciprocating. So that he was cold but not cruel. With Michonne in The Ones Who Live, he was cold and cruel in the hopes of pushing her away but this wasn't because he wasn't interested, but he was trying to hurt her so that she would leave. This is a way, in some men, instead of saying breaking up, like being direct, like Abraham was cold but also direct. But some men, instead of being direct, instead of taking the onus of doing the breaking up, they want to give the woman the onus. They want to make the woman make the decision. They've made the decision. They don't want to be with the woman, but they want it to be they want the woman to think it's her decision when it's the man pulling away. So Rick pushed Michonne away, but not out of not wanting to be with her. He was doing it out of love. He was trying to protect her. When he pushed Lori away, it was because of he was hurt and he was no longer in love with her. He loved and cared for her, but he was no longer in love with her, and he was hurt. So he wanted, in a sort of way, to hurt her back. But with Jesse, he was just not that into her, and he was slowly backing away. He wasn't, I told you, he wasn't coming around that much. He was even apologizing, saying, I thought, he was trying to say, I'm pulling back. I don't think we should. But she was angry with him, and he apologized, and then when he came to the garage, because he was worried, he needed to talk to somebody. I don't know where Michonne was or what she was doing, but he wanted to talk to somebody about his worry about Glenn and Abraham and Sasha not return. Glenn, Abraham, Sasha, and Daryl not returning. And he talked to this woman, and all this woman wanted to do is talk about, is he gonna be with her? Is tell me there's more. So he didn't want to tell her, yeah, there's, we're gonna have a future, whatever, but he didn't know what to say, so he just gave her a little weak kiss. But after that, she thought, oh, we're a couple now. And she was behaving that way and caressing him. And that man did not reciprocate. If they had continued, like say there was not a herd and it was a normal situation, if they had continued in a continued, he would be pulling away even more. He would get colder and colder, and the lack of reciprocation would get so loud that she would start to think, she would start to pull away, and then own the decision, saying, this is not working, because that's what some men do. So yeah, but Abraham didn't want to waste time, so he was, on top of being cold, he was extra cruel, because he wanted to start with Sasha. Sasha indicated she's not going there with him unless he breaks up, she's not going there with him because he's involved with someone. So he knew he had to do a clean break. And his idea, the only way to have a clean break is to make the only way to have a clean break is to make Rosita hate him. And boy, did he do a good job, but she didn't hate him. So he was sort of have an idea that she wouldn't accept. I just don't want to be together anymore. He went for the jugular because he knew that she would still hang on to him. And even after he left and he's with Sasha and he died, she was still hanging on to him. So I guess he knew her better than we know her in terms of how she would behave in him breaking up with her. So Sherry said, wow, that breakup is so bad, man. Constance said, Abraham did it because he's a coward. He was cruel because he didn't want to admit he used her and he was shitty for it. Go ahead, Constance. I can't disagree with you there. Rashida said, Nor I researched the episodes 13 and 14. They're both boring about Carol and Maggie, Denise, Rosita, and Daryl on a run. Oh, those episodes. Okay, thank you guys for warning me. Nor said yes, no Rick and no Michonne. So yeah, I can skip it. I don't have to do that one. Or just do a summary where I just do yeah, I can just do a quick summary, write it up and post it. No, I don't want to waste time. I'll go to 15 on, hopefully on Friday. Episode 14 was the baby in the sink killed by the mom. Was interesting. One scene in the end, 613, Rick shooting this guy who said he's Negan, and one scene in the beginning, Rick asking Morgan while he's building a jail cell. That's it. Yes, a quick summary. Yeah. Okay. If I have the time, I'll do a quick summary. If not, we'll move on to 15, guys. Okay, let's continue. Let's finish up. Guys, we're trying to stay on the 2 hours. Let's go.
Cars outside.
Yeah, 2 of them at least.
You don't know how many people they have.
No. No.
What
It's not a
drop?
place to store food. It wasn't that big, so
You been inside?
yeah. They had us loading supplies one
Oh.
time.
What do you mean now?
Are you worried? No. No, it's just I love you, and I just wanted to say it before. You don't have to say it back. I'll say it when you come back. Heath and I are still going on that 2-weeker. We're gonna leave from there. Do you want to come? I mean, I can change it so we don't leave from the compound. We could come back and we could leave from here. We're going to get meds. So I can't. No, I just I need to be here. I'm the only doctor now, so I can't. Yeah. But I want to. I'll tell you when you come back.
You didn't see any other rooms?
No. It's a big place. This is the hallway I saw. There is more.
And every time they had you bring things into here.
Jesus. We brought a couple spears for them. 2 of the saviors took them down this hallway. Now they must have done something with them because they didn't come back with them.
Maybe a weapons locker, an armory.
Okay. We get in there, secure the armory. That's how we end it.
So Carolyn's just here.
We don't know if they have an armory or where it even is.
Well, we got a lot of good guesses. We've done more with less. We go in at night while they're sleeping.
Guards won't be sleeping. Like I said, I think there's only one way in, and there's no way to bust through that door without waking up the rest of them.
We don't need to. They're gonna open it for us. Let us walk right in. They want Gregory's head, right? We're gonna give it to him.
I was turning it down because I've just realized there's a lot of music in it, so they might copyright me for it. I don't know with the live.
Start here. Peel off every quarter mile. Be back here in a couple of hours. See what we got. No turning back now.
I could walk. Maybe run a little.
Sherry says
Maybe
go to
not.
15. Yeah, we'll go to
I'm not
episode
going anywhere.
15.
I wanted to learn. You taught me for a reason.
Why are you still wearing that?
Oh, I just realized what Rashida wrote with the emojis. Okay. That's what 15 is, Rashida. Okay, let's go to
It'll be
15.
harder for them to see me in the dark.
I almost told everyone it's me. Kelly. Something stuck in our church and tried to talk us out. What do you mean? Maybe I shouldn't have Maybe we should take the win. So we don't take back out and hiding that stuff. If we told everyone.
Yes, Nord. There's a little scene there that I love with Rick and Michonne. I was looking for it, Nord. There it is. Michonne went away and Rick followed her. I love that little scene. It's just so indicative, as I told you. It's just, Rick is so attached to her. Rick is so, Michonne milkshake brings Rick to the yard. They're plotting and planning, a big, you know, very serious thing. And Michonne walks off, I don't know, to clear her head. And there Rick goes running behind her like a little puppy. And you notice who was watching them. Carol is always watching them. Yeah. Someone suggested it the other day, and it's possible. She doesn't like Michonne because Michonne has control over Rick. And a manipulator likes to be in control. So, yes, Rashida, that's what we're talking about. Rashida said, did you see how Rick and Michonne walking down the road? Rick is right behind Michonne. Yeah, that's what we're Glenn is talking to, what's his name again? I muted their conversation because they're talking about what they're about to do. It's a good conversation, but I was more interested in Rick running behind Michonne. Nor said he's almost running and she's casually walking. Yes, that's my guy, Sherry says. He loves him so much. Yeah, I love that little scene. Rashida said, oh, so you were the one, Rashida. Rashida says, like I said, I think Carol low-key dislikes Michonne. Yeah, no wonder I don't like her. Heath, thank you, Rashida. Heath, Glenn and Heath were having a conversation. I didn't stop it because I'm just going to let it run. Rick is talking to them now. This is how we eat.
Roll out at midnight.
We roll out at midnight. Michonne doesn't look too sure.
What is Maggie here?
She's guarding the perimeter.
Yeah, but wife.
It's her choice.
I'm gonna stay out there with her.
Well, this whole thing's a race.
She shouldn't be out there alone. She shouldn't be out here in the first place.
That's her decision. Maggie's not a child.
Okay.
Good.
Done with the hair. What do we got?
That one. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Oh, it's probably good we're doing this at night.
Sherry says, yes, I believe. Yes, I agree.
No,
Okay.
Gregory's is a different shape.
All back.
Rick is crazy.
Broke your hand, right?
Guess there's no reason to be subtle about it.
What?
The saviors, they're scary, but this prick's got nothing on you.
Yeah, North says she's always trying to give him orders. Like, I don't get it. Sherry says, you see her attitude, Carol acting like she's the top dog. Exactly. Yeah, oh. Cam J, I did not notice the scene of Rick following Michonne until you pointed it out. It's one of my favorite scenes, Cam J. He's like a puffy dog behind Michonne. Rashida says, that head is supposed to be George Bush. I still don't see it. Really? Is that an Easter egg from Nicotero, Rashida? They're at the outpost now. Oh, that music. You know what? I'm going to keep the camera on me. You guys are watching it so you know where we are, because when I edit it, I'll put the scenes in for Patreon. You guys are watching it on your own devices too, so you guys know where we are. So let's see. I just have to mute it because the music is so loud. Nor says we see everything, Cam J. Rashida said, I think Nicotero said that. Heads up. Sherry, yeah, man can't stand Carol. She's just so rude and dismissive, and it's just self-absorbed, and she doesn't even know how to talk to people. It's just, I can't stand a character. Cam Jake, and the thing is, they're trying to make her come off, like tough and whatever, but she's coming across just a very unlikable person. Cam J says, Nor, I wish I had you ladies on my first watch. Well, you have us now, Cam J. Cam J, I saw with the news that I can use the phone to do landscape mode in the live, because before I could only use the mobile, the vertical. Now, another thing they said, another person can come in on the live. So when we do the ones who live, Cam J, we can do lives together. Rashida says, I feel the same. Okay, they're going in now, guys. Nor says it's okay, Cam J. Better late than never. We're here now on this amazing journey. Yes, we are. Yes, can't wait for the ones who live. Yep, that's what I'm gearing up for. Because we have better writers for that show. For the show at least. Oh my gosh, holding this for almost 2 hours. See the Walking Dead's top trio, Rick, Daryl, and Michonne. No matter how people try to change it, that's the top three. And the top badasses on the show. So no matter what they try to do, say or do, it's not going to change. I can't watch that. I don't know how Rick and the others doing. Would you guys been able to do it? I couldn't do it. Yay, Cam J. So let's do it. Oh my gosh. They said we can try it on one of our, we can do a test live, Cam J, before we do the real lives to see if what YouTube says really goes, that I can invite another YouTuber and we do the live together. Cause I I can't use the software. I tried that and it was a mess. Sherry said, yup, Rick, Michonne, and Daryl are top badasses. Norse says, for the ones who live, I will not accept a live shorter than 6 hours per episode. What? Nor then we couldn't do edits. I can't edit. Guys, do you want me to continue trying to edit, to break down the episodes to put on Patreon and then put on YouTube? Because they're not getting the views on YouTube. YouTube is not green lighting me for, even though I've met the threshold to get monetized, they're not green lighting me because I'm not getting enough views per video, I think. So I have a new strategy for, oh my gosh, there I can't do that. Heath is about to try to kill someone and Glenn said, let me do it. He's like, I couldn't do it. But so they're not doing that. YouTube is not monetizing me. So I've come up with, I'm going to revamp the channel because the lives, people are just, the reactions, people are not interested. Just us guys, just we're the ones interested. So I will keep doing the lives for us. And the new videos that I'm going to do, they're going to be Rick and Michonne, and also separately the Walking Dead related, and then other pop culture stuff, shows and stuff like that, or movies, something if I'm interested. But I'm gonna ask questions like what were the who were the best actors in a certain, the top, that I'm gonna rate the actors in the episodes. Like I'll put a random episodes or rate the actors for the season. Some of the takes are gonna be controversial, guys, or we'll do the best pairings, or which just really or what did the characters do before the apocalypse, or what kind of jobs should they have, should have had, or did they have, or should have had, who is the, just different things about the Walking Dead and about different movies and shows without doing reactions for it. And for things that we want to react to and talk about, we'll do lives for those. What do you guys think? The Paul and Tara are talking, but boy,
So you know what you're fighting for.
Rashida said top 3 badasses: Rick, Michonne, and Daryl. Yep. Sherry said, yep, Rick, Michonne, and Daryl, top badasses. Yep. Even, yeah, everybody agrees. Even the AMC, the Walking Dead comics, everybody agree, you know, that those are the top 3 characters and the top 3 badasses. Rashida says, yes, Nor. Sasha and Abraham are fighting. The alarm goes off. Cam J, Nor wants the one who lives marathon. Love it. Oh yes, 6 episodes, 6 hours. uh Sherry said, yep. Nor's a hell yeah, Cam J. Yes, the ones who live marathon at Nor and Cam J. Rashida said, that's good, Nadine. Thank you, Rashida. Let's do it. I'm watching the one who lives every night again. What? Rashida. Rashida, girl, don't get me started. Cam J said, I wish you would do Michonne's katana journey. The only person to hold her katana and live is Rick. I don't know if that is by accident or design. I started that video and I didn't finish it. Cam J. That would be one of the videos because I did start it. So that would be one of the videos. So you guys let me know. Should I continue? Rick is mowing down people. Hold on. Look at the 3 badasses. So, we'll let the episode finish and I'll ask you your what I should do with the channel, guys. And so yes, Cam J, thank you for that suggestion because it is a video I started. So that would be the video that I do. But I get sidelined because I'm trying to edit the episodes. It's just a gunfight, guys. You see, that type of warfare, I could shoot back. Somebody's trying to shoot me to kill me, I would shoot back. But oh my gosh, this just going in with someone, I don't think I could do that. Could you guys do it while they were sleeping? Ouch. Norman said he hit the wall with the crossbow and hit his eyes. He hit the door with the crossbow and hit his eyes. Ouch. These two. Wow. Ooh. Yeah, Nor, that was Glenn's first kill. And ironic, isn't it? After his first kill, he then What happened to him? Yikes.
You're just as dead as me.
In my father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I can prepare a place for you.
Mm. Gabriel killed one. He concentrated on the walkers, Nor. Yeah, season 6 and no kills for Glenn, because he was just focused on the true enemies were the people. So I can't say he was concentrated on true enemies, but he was killing walkers. Again, Michonne was walking out. Did you see that? Michonne was walking and Rick was behind her again. Rick loves him some Michonne. He's obsessed with her. Morgan building the cell. At least he's backing up his philosophy.
Just wondering which one of them was Negan.
See? Michonne always has the right question. Which one is Negan? Right?
Come on now. Let's talk.
Okay, guys, we made it. It's over. Yay. Woo! We did it. We did it under 2 hours, 154. Yay. So, guys, what do you think? Should I keep on editing the lives to break it down to just, to cover the episodes as I've been doing? Or should I move on to revamp the channel, to do these different takes on certain things with The Walking Dead and specifically Rick and Michonne? I'll have a lot of Rick and Michonne content, a lot of Rick and Michonne stuff, but also I'll do it on the general The Walking Dead also. So like what the suggestion that Cam J made, like Michonne and her katana. It's like anyone that touches her katana dies. And the only person that touched it that is not Michonne and lived was Rick. So I want to do a video on that. I started it, but I haven't been able to finish it because I have to concentrate on editing the at first the reactions, which I gave up on, the regular reactions, and now I'm editing the lives, breaking them down to focus on just the discussion on the episodes. But that too I'm finding is taking a lot of times because I talk so much and I want it to flow smoothly. So I cut out a lot of the what is it and and a lot of like what I'm doing now. I cut out a lot of that. So I have to go through, frame by frame, and it takes a lot of time. I've been working on episode 7 for a while now. I've been, over the holidays, I've been very busy. But this past week, there are 2 days that I was not completely not available, but the rest of the days when I came home, I've been working on them and I'm still not finished. So I could be doing more of the type of videos that like the Michonne and the Katana videos, Rick and Michonne videos and stuff like that. So, and that's how I was thinking when I finished doing the Walking Dead reactions, I would start doing that with the channel. But I'm the Walking Dead reactions are not getting any play. And YouTube is threatening me because they're like, if I apply again and they reject me, they not only can suspend the channel, they can suspend my personal channel. And I don't know why they would do that. That's not fair. So I want to revamp the channel, and I was going to wait, but I'm thinking I maybe have to start sooner than later. So what is your guys' suggestion, and what do you what's your suggestion? What's your advice? What would you like? Because all the videos I make, it will go to Patreon first. It will go to Patreon first, and then I'll put them on YouTube. But let's see what you guys say. Oh, are you guys still here? I'm not seeing anything. Oh, okay. I just needed to scroll. Oops. Yikes, what happened? Okay. Sherry said, in an apocalypse, I would have to learn fast. Norse says, I remember I felt bad until I saw the pictures on the wall, and then I was fine with it. Okay, yeah. Thinking about Glenn's first kill is basically a murder. Why do you have to edit the live? I don't have to, Cam J, but I need to put something on the channel, and because I had already started, I was trying to finish up The Walking Dead, but it's not working out because people are not watching it. Even I edit and put it there. There are a few people that appreciate it, people that are not like here with us in the live or on a Patreon. There's a few constant subscribers that I see that appreciate it, but it's not enough. It's time consuming, and it's not helping the channel. It's actually hurting the channel because it's just people don't want they're not looking to me for reactions. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm not a Carol lover. But it's just not working out for my channel. The reaction, it's my channel cannot be a straightforward reaction channel. It's not growing. It's decreasing. The views are decreasing, and that's a sign that something the viewers do not appreciate the subscribers do not appreciate my reactions. So it's like I'm wasting my time, so I don't have to. So but I want to ask you guys, because I'm you already watched the live, but then what if you miss the live? I don't want you to have to go through those 4 hours of just me yapping. I wanted to break it down for you. But what do you guys say? Nor says don't edit it. Rashida said, look how Daryl beat up the bald headed guy. He's muscle. Daryl is not a leader of the group or a leading man. Rashida says, look at Rick's final stare. He looks kind of out of sync when he was looking around. Cam J says, a friend kept telling me that Negan holding her katana in Michonne's hallucination in episode What We Become in season 10. I say no because it did not happen. I don't remember. I remember the episode, but I don't remember if he held it. Rashida says I'm here. Sherry said yes. Nor said here. Rashida said, you know me, I rewatch and tape mine up. I know you, Rashida. I love you for it. Cam J says, I agree with Nor. You don't need to edit. Use your time on other things. Thank you, Cam J. Cam J said, will YouTube reevaluate you later? Yes, they said I can reapply in February, but I don't see their decision being any different because I'm not doing anything different. So I don't want them to reject me again, because they did on the last rejection says if I appeal and my channel is rejected, not only can they suspend it, they can suspend any of my other channels. I have a personal channel. I don't really post a lot on it, but I want to start doing vlogs on it soon. I'm in transition. I've been very busy, not just with work, but something personal. And because after this transition, I'm going to be able to vlog personally a lot. So I don't want to lose my personal channel. And then I don't want to reapply in February with doing the same thing, because they denied it before, and it's, nothing changed. So I want to change the channel, but I can't do the videos I want to do if I'm editing the lives to post as reactions. That's what I was doing, but it's not working. So I'm going to stop editing the lives and just do the lives with you, enjoy the episode, and then just concentrate on making those videos, and making Rick and Michonne videos for you guys, and making the Walking Dead videos. I even have one for Wicked, for good, and like the Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, different things that I want to talk about. Just fun videos, evaluating quirky things that we didn't, or things that we may have different takes on, things that you guys may not even agree with me on, but it will get a discussion going. And I also want to ask your guys' takes on it, and do polls, and put, like, if Cam J says something, I'll put up a discussion, a video of Cam J's take, and have people put in their opinion, and then we do a video on the different opinions and stuff like that, and Nor and Rashida, and make my channel more interactive. And yeah, because the reaction is not working. It's like your Cam J's reaction channel is doing very well. I watch, the views are going up, and she's getting consistent views, and they're increasing. That's working. And her Cam J's The Stories I Missed channel, the presentation is very professional. It looks good. It's good to watch, and it's easy to watch, and I like it, and it follows the what a reaction channel should be and look like. So, but mine, I don't have the time, and I don't have the skills to do it as well as Cam J and other reactors do. So I think, it's it's a losing battle. So I'm gonna stop. So I was working on 6, 7. I'm just gonna abandon it, guys, and start doing videos and revamp the whole channel. So different videos and revamp the whole channel. Cam J says, Constance says, okay, you have to do what's best for your time. So no more live edits. I will miss them, but you have to do what's best for the channel. Thank you, Constant. Cam J said, speed watch if we have to watch. Oh, okay. Rashida says, do what's best for you, sister. I'll watch whatever you're doing. Thank you, Rashida. I appreciate it. Rashida said, no, Negan never held Michonne's katana. Cam J says Negan held it, but again, it was an hallucination. Rashida, why are you always on the opposite side? Rashida is always on the opposite. I love you guys. I really do. Sherry says, maybe not put so much work in editing, but love the idea of seeing other stuff and having specific things targeting Rick and Michonne. Thank you, Sherry. Nor said maybe the Walking Dead live don't get much views because most people like short reaction videos. That's not our Michonne family. So maybe don't edit the live, but upload a reaction video to other things. I can't do reaction videos. They're very time consuming. It's very, very hard, time consuming to edit, Nor. I'll continue the lives. We'll do our lives. Won't miss that. But to do a reaction, edit a reaction video, because you have to record the show, you have to edit in the takes of the show, because YouTube, you can't put it on YouTube without you can't put certain things in, it will get copyrighted, and you can't, you have it to edit it in such a way that YouTube will accept it. And it takes a lot of work. And I don't right now, because I'm going through not just regular work, but going through a transition. I'll fill you guys in when it happens. I barely have any time. And I thought doing the live and then just quickly edit the live, it would be easier. No, because I want to present something good. It just, it's time consuming. So, but we'll still do our lives. We're going to do our live reaction to The Walking Dead, and for sure our live reaction to The Ones Who Live. That we're not skipping. But regular videos I can edit and do different just regular videos about Rick and Michonne and The Walking Dead separately, and other stuff, but not reaction videos, because they're too time consuming. Thank you, Cam J. Cam J said you don't have to edit for us. Sherry says, I agree with Cam J. You don't have to edit for us. Nor says, but don't edit The Walking Dead lives. We love it. Okay, thank you, Nor. Cam J said, you are giving me too much credit. I pay someone to edit some of my reaction, like the movies. But it looks good. It looks good, Cam J, and you're able to do that. And that's fantastic, because Cam J knows it takes a lot. It's a lot of work to do reaction. I applaud a lot of the reaction channels, because it's a lot of work. It's very time consuming, but a lot of them pay other people to do it. I can't. I wish I could. I wish I had someone who would edit mine, and I would just like, wow, I'd probably have a video, one video a day, reaction video a day, if I could do that. Rashida says, I'm researching as you're talking. Cam J says, yes, editing reaction is very difficult. Yes, Cam J, you know. Nor says, wow, YouTube making it hard, I see. Do whatever good for you and your channel. We'll support everything you do. Thank you, Nor. So I want to do, what I'm going to do, I'll do the next video, work on it this weekend and put it on Patreon so you guys see what I'm talking about. Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh. Sherry, if you can afford it, it's $5 a month. If you can afford, if you can't, don't. It's I did it because I was having so much trouble with YouTube and some of my subscribers. I thought maybe if I put the whole video on Patreon, people can enjoy it if I can't edit, do a YouTube edit. And it's working out so far. But if it's not something that if it's not something that you can afford, please don't force yourself. So please, I know how hard it is right now for everyone. But you're welcome there if you want to, Sherry. Oh my gosh, where did it go? Camji said, wish I could relive. I didn't realize I accidentally hit the mute button. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. See, guys, I'm a mess. But I love you guys for putting up with me. Oh my gosh, you guys are so great. Oh, so hopefully, since I don't have to edit, guess what, guys? We can do, instead of one live a week, we can do two. Unless, well, during the weekdays everyone is working, and the live you guys may have to go to bed, and because of the time difference, I don't want to do that to you guys. I like Friday because if it runs late for you guys, you can sleep in on a Saturday morning. So we'll keep it on Friday nights, right? And then Friday night, two on Friday and Saturday. And if you guys, well, what we'll do every Friday night, I'll find out if you guys want to do another one on the Saturday, if you guys are available. So if the majority of you are available, then we'll arrange it. If not, we'll, if no, Cam J said if Nor can handle 2 per week, so can we. What do you guys say? Nor, can you handle 2? 2? Rashida says yes. Which is Saturday and Sunday for me. Yes, it's Saturday and Sunday. It's a lot for you, Nor. Can you handle it? We'll ask each Friday. We'll ask. We'll say, Nor, do you want us to do on Saturday? 2 is good? Okay. So we'll make, when should we start the 2? Because I want to get that video up with Michonne and the katana soon. I want to work on that this weekend. Do you guys want to do one tomorrow evening? Should we do, since we're not going to do the recaps, what do you, since I'm not going to be able to do the recaps, what do you guys think? Should we do 13 and 14 tomorrow or go straight to 15? So you want us, so if so you want us to do 13 and 14? Rashida said 13 and 14. What do you guys say? Rashida said, Sherry said 15. Okay, we have to do a vote. Can we do a poll? Is it possible to do a poll? Hold on. I can't, hold on. So, okay, vote, guys. Rashida says 13 and 14. Sherry says 15. Yeah, we would do 13 and 14 together. So, if you do 13 and 14 together, so Cam J say 13 and 14 together. Rashida said 13 and 14 together. Sherry says 15. Where's Nor and Constant? We need your input, Nor. We need your input, Constant. Where's Sherry? Oh, Sherry already said 15. Nor says, wow. The live started 4 a.m. It's 6 a.m. Saturday, and you guys say if I can handle it. What are you talking about? Okay. Wow, guys, we're tied. Nor says 15. Sherry and Nor says 15. Cam J and Rashida says 13 and 14. We need a tie break. Where's Constant? Did Constant leave? Someone did die, so we should probably respect that and include them. Cam J. Who died, Cam J? Nor, she's doing it again. I don't know. Who died, Cam J? Cam J just randomly says things, but it's gonna make sense later. Where's Constant? We need a tiebreaker. Constant. Oh, Cam J says the doctor. Okay. Sherry says who? Rashida says Denise. Nora says explain yourself, sister. Okay. Cam G just comes in and says, hey, someone dies. I'm like, what? Who? Oh my gosh. Constant fell asleep, I think, guys. Constant is gone. Who's Constant? Cam J say, I call it my squeal moments, my random moment. But the thing is, Cam J, it's not random. It's just that it just seems that way because you're answering something that a question I asked, or you're referring to something I'm saying. But because I'm just going on and on, by the time I read it, I'm like, what? So I'm the tiebreaker. Oh, I don't want to be the tiebreaker. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh God, I don't want to be the tiebreaker. Okay, we'll do 13 and 14 together tomorrow. Okay, so 6 o'clock again. Let's just go through them fast. So we'll do 2 hours, 13 and then 14, really fast, 2 hours. And then anything we want to discuss, we discuss it quickly after. So we won't do discussions throughout. We'll just watch and comment while we're watching on 13 and 14. So we'll just go through it. We won't pause, and we'll discuss anything we have to discuss while the show is going. So you guys have to watch it with me so we can keep in touch. We can keep on track. And then at the end of the 2 hours, we have a quick discussion. We'll do the discussion then. So we'll get it over with fast. 6 and 9. Okay, so 6 p.m. tomorrow, 9 Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll do 13 and 14. Okay, Sherry said okay. All right. All right, guys. Anything else? Anything else you guys want to say? MJ said, I cannot spell. I meant squirrel moments, not squeal moments. Okay. All right. So, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow evening, and I can stop editing. Oh my gosh, it was taking up too much time. I can start now thinking of videos. And if you guys have any ideas of videos you would like to see, let me know. Suggest it to me and I'll think about it, or maybe I can tweak it or even do it. But if you guys have interesting takes on The Walking Dead that you would like to see us discuss in a video, like what were the better pairings, Shane and Lori or Andrea and Shane? Who do you think match? Interesting videos like that. Like what we were discussing, who is a better pairing? Carol and Tobin or Carol and Ezekiel? Stuff like that, just interesting, or the katana thing, or different, anything you guys come up with that you think would be an interesting video to do. Lay it all on me. I would love to think about it and see if I could do something with it. Okay? Love you, girls. See you tomorrow. Bye. Bye, Rashida. Mwah. Take care, guys. Bye, Cam Jake. Bye, Sherry. Bye, Noor. Bye, Constant. I know you're probably sleeping or gone. Love you. Bye, Rashida. Love you, Cam J.